Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to and from Stuttgart. Thank you all so much for joining Daimler and Via today here at the InnoLab of Mercedes-Benz Vans. And thanks for joining us not only in person, but also welcome to everybody listening to us today online in our live stream. I especially want to welcome our guests from Via, Daniel Remet and Oren Shoval, the two founders of Via Transportation Incorporated, and it's good to have you both here. Thanks for coming all the way from New York and Tel Aviv for our important announcement this noon. Yes, indeed, we're here today at the home of future transportation at Mercedes-Benz Vans. And I think this location is perfect for today's occasion. First of all, because this unit works exactly on the kinds of solutions we're talking about today. And second of all, because a company of long-standing tradition like Daimler is teaming up with a young company to create new solutions for mobility. We are sealing an important partnership today for both Via and Mercedes-Benz Vans, but also for the future of public transportation. So let's hear first and foremost from the three men standing behind today's announcement. And they're all equally enthusiastic to talk about this partnership. Welcome Volker Moinenweg, the CEO of Mercedes-Benz Vans, and again, Daniel and Oren. Let's start with Volker. The stage is yours. Thank you very much.
Oren, thank you. Thank you. Hello everyone. It's good to have you here with us today. This is a great day. Today we've used the brilliant technology of a rising startup with the advanced engineering of Mercedes-Benz Vans. Together, we will be able to provide efficient, affordable, and sustainable on-demand ride-sharing. But before I dive into the details, let me first look back. It has been almost 1 year to the day when we held our Van Innovation Campus here in Stuttgart and announced our new strategic initiative, Advance. We gave the public a first glimpse at some of our corresponding projects. We rolled up the garage door and presented works in progress that will innovate not only our business but also the business of our customers. It was a bold claim. We want nothing less than to shape the future of Mercedes-Benz Vans and the future of transportation in general. Since then, our new approach has made great progress. Today, Advance consists of 5 fields of action. Digital Advance for a new approach to connectivity. Solution Advance for new hardware-based solutions. eDrive Advance for state-of-the-art electric drivetrains. Rental Advance for a pay-per-use approach to rental solutions. And last but not least, Sharing Advance, where we tackle the challenges of public transportation in the 21st century. When I think about the Innovation Campus, I recall one exhibit from the last topic. That was kind of small. But it was actually a big thing for us. A Mercedes-Benz Vito with a blue sticker on the side that read Via. It was the showcase of a pilot project from California. A Matrix, the US version of our Vito, used for a digitally enhanced carpool, powered by the algorithm of a promising startup. The perfect example for Advance, because on one hand, it showed our special culture of corporations and the kind of agility that's necessary for great innovations. We want to provide our customers with the best solution possible, and that's why we are allowing our vehicles to support innovative technology, including other companies. On the other hand, Via deals with an important issue of megacities. That is also a major driver behind Advance. urban and suburban transport are built on an infrastructure that is reaching its limits. We simply cannot push and put more and more vehicles on the road. To provide future-oriented transportation, we have to increase its efficiency as well. In terms of passenger transportation, Via is working on a great solution. It's a special kind of joint van sharing. I'd like to call it ride pooling. With an app and an intelligent algorithm, they match multiple passengers and their destinations, find a common route, and assign it to a Via-equipped van nearby. It works like a caller bus service, but faster, more comfortable, and much more efficient. We will see how this works in a minute. The benefits are obvious. Via frees up the streets, reduces emissions, and eases the traffic in general. For customers, it will be an efficient and affordable way to use public transportation. That's what makes our collaboration not only a promising business opportunity, but also an investment in the future of our cities. And what I find most fascinating about Via is this. It's fundamentally different from similar mobility solutions. Unlike other ride-hailing companies, Via has developed from the ground up a scalable and an on-demand shared ride solution. Starting with its fully dynamic routing to the type of vehicle, all the way to the network of virtual bus stops. Via's entire process is designed to provide the best possible transit experience. That's exactly our take at Mercedes-Benz Vans. As you can see, I'm really excited about this project. It's like our vans were made for this, the perfect match. Via, with its agility, its advanced software, and its operational experience. And Mercedes-Benz Vans, with a strong brand, a powerful global network, only a well-established company can provide, and of course, the perfect vehicles. We are very happy to bring our extensive experience in passenger vans to the table. They provide not only lots of space and great comfort, but also great technological flexibility. Daniel and Oren will tell you more about this fit. We will put the joint force of Daimler behind our common cooperation. Altogether, we will bring Via and its great concept to the cities of Europe and continue what is already very successful in New York, Chicago, and Washington. In real terms, this means that we at Mercedes-Benz Vans will provide $50 million as initial funding for a new joint venture, while Daimler Mobility Services is additionally joining in as a strategic investor in Via as well. Together, Mercedes-Benz Vans and Via aim to introduce on-demand shared rides to the European market. We will start in London, and further European cities will follow soon. On short terms, we will prepare our Vito vehicles with special add-ons, but in the end, we are striving for a long-term cooperation. We want to develop a van optimized for shared rides. Beyond developing advanced software and sensors, another focus lies on the use of the locally emission-free electric drive, VTO, and autonomous driving. Our joint venture will also partner with public transit operators across Europe. This means that cities can license Via's on-demand system to significantly improve mobility while reducing traffic without any infrastructure costs. It's a great way to tackle the challenge of today's transportation and offer the best solution for its future. But it's probably better to hear this vision directly from the founders. Daniel and Oren, the stage is now yours. Please go ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, welcome. Oops. Thank you for your kind words.
I will help you. Just a second. Take it away.
So I will start by, I'm Oren. I'm Via's co-founder and CTO. I'll present a little bit about our vision and technology. Start with that. So this is the Via network that controls dynamic shuttles across the city. And we have, thank you. Okay. Just over 100 years ago, we all moved very slowly. It was very expensive. We used the horse and carriage. And I think this is one of the first Mercedes vehicles. I think Mercedes was one of the first automobile manufacturers that actually changed the world, created freedom and gave people freedom to move in cities. But today, this is what it looks like to move in cities. And you can't really move. And traffic has become the private automobile, and the inefficiency of using one seat and having 4 empty seats in each vehicle has become the issue in many of today's cities. And public transit, which we all believe is a solution, the current available public transit platforms are extremely expensive. And what we see here are cases in cities in the US where you have good public transit. The more people use it, the fewer people own vehicles. So when you have a solution that provides mobility that's easy and affordable, people use it. The challenge is that the solutions currently available are extremely expensive. Digging subway tunnels is billions. Even bus stops and bus lines cost millions of dollars to set up. And we believe the solution is an on-demand shuttle network. A network where you book a ride on your phone, and within a few minutes a van will come and pick you up at a corner nearby and take you to your destination. As Volker mentioned, there's zero infrastructure. It's all a software that's set up on the cloud that manages all this transportation platform and can provide you with very high quality of service. All the routing, everything's computed and optimized in real time. And the cost is just the cost of the vans and the drivers. There's no infrastructure, no digging, no building of bridges and that sort of thing. And the on-demand shuttle network can be rapidly and inexpensively deployed across many cities. And that's what we've started to do at Via. And that's what we want to do together with Daimler. A little bit about how our platform works. You book a ride on your phone. You tell us where you want to go. And within a few minutes, a shuttle or a van will come and pick you up at what we call a virtual bus stop. So it's an efficient location that's easy to pick you up, safe to pick you up at. And it's computed in real time. So in different days, if you're going to work every day in the morning, we might not pick you up at the same location. There's traffic, let's say where you are, we'll ask you to walk a block or two. And we'll reroute the vehicles accordingly. So everything is computed in real time, completely dynamic. To do that, we had to develop very advanced algorithms, and a lot of data science has been put into our platform. We compute the optimal pickup spot. Same goes for the drop-off spot. For each passenger, we add more passengers on the way. So it's just like a bus. You get on board and other seats pick up and drop off other people. But the driver gets routing that is set in real time. So it's a bus, but dynamic. It's a new thing. We also account for predicted demand. We make sure that we go on efficient routes. There's a good chance of picking other people up on the way. These are just a few examples that demonstrate the complexity and the power of the platform that we've developed. The experience for the consumer at the end of the day is an easy ride that doesn't do almost any detours, so it just goes on your way. It adds people that are headed your way, so it all makes sense. And the main feedback we've been getting so far, out of the millions, tens of millions of rides that we provided, is that it just makes sense. That's what people tell us, that's what our consumers tell us. And we'll show you in a few minutes how fast our platform has grown. And maybe Daniel can add to a little bit about our numbers, please. Daniel, go ahead.
Thanks, Oren, and thanks, Volker. It's a pleasure to be here. I'll just continue on with the presentation. This is just a view of our growth since we launched. We launched in late 2013 in New York City. We've expanded since then to Chicago and to Washington, D.C. You can see we've provided over 20 million rides since first launching and have been growing very quickly across all of our markets. We have another element to our business, which again was mentioned by Mr. Morningweg, that we are providing our technology through licenses and other arrangements to third-party operators. In particular, we're looking to partner with cities, with public transit authorities, with private transit contractors, and with fleets of taxis in order to make those fleets more efficient. You can see a few of the examples of our current partners. We've partnered with the yellow taxi fleet in New York City, so you can now share an iconic yellow taxi ride in New York City. We've partnered with the Public Transit Authority in Austin, Texas, providing, enabling them to launch a new service called Pickup. We've worked with Keolis, which is owned by SNCF in France, and Le Cab, an app there to allow them to provide shared rides. And we are also working with Arriva, a large transit contractor based in the UK, to provide a shared dynamic bus service in a town called Sittingbourne in England. And we're extremely proud to partner with Daimler and with Mercedes-Benz Vans. We believe that this partnership has tremendous potential. We, as you might imagine, have gotten to know many of the automakers and have truly come to believe that this is the perfect partner from our perspective. Not only are the vehicles the right vehicles, but we also feel a very strong cultural fit with the team here, which is very important for us. And we believe that we bring the right technology, an operating system, if you will, for these dynamic shuttles and for managing this fleet that will eventually allow us to manage fleets of electric and autonomous vehicles, and that Mercedes-Benz Vans in particular has the right vehicle, the perfect vehicle that's available today on the market, allowing us to combine our software with their hardware and create a really terrific product for consumers. And also that Daimler and Mercedes-Benz Vans is bringing the right technology, whether it's in electric drive or in autonomous driving, that we can combine together to create a perfect solution. And that's where we'll stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel and Oren, and I'm sorry you're not done yet, so please come back up because together with Volker, it's now time to dive a little bit more into what we're talking about. Here you gave us a first good glimpse, but when an established company and a young upstart are joining, there's a lot of questions. So let's get started and let me ask first before we turn to our audience. Now that the partnership is pretty much a done deal and we'll go for the signing in a second, what are the immediate next steps? So what are you guys hitting the ground on after today?
So we have two main goals, I think, as next steps. The first thing is we're planning to launch in London as quickly as possible. This will be a service much like we operate in New York, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. in the United States. It will be a service provided directly to consumers. We will run the platform together through the Mercedes-Benz Vans Via joint venture. It is our first city in Europe. We plan to launch several cities over the next few years jointly. Secondly, we would like to accelerate the licensing of VS technology combined with Mercedes-Benz Vans to public transit authorities, to cities, to contractors all across Europe. And again, this will happen jointly through the joint venture. So those are our two core areas of focus.
Volker, asking you, what is, among all the things we've heard so far, what is your personal highlight regarding this partnership? What makes it different and important for you as Vans Chief?
I think one thing is extremely important. It's all about how can we support efficiency in a city. Mm-hmm. And I think we saw it, some of your picture, Oren and Daniel, that or your slides, that traffic is overwhelming everybody. It's that much there. And I think with this kind of technology, with this platform, in combination with our Vitos, with our products, that really is something what can drive the cities forward to be more efficient on the street when it comes to people transportation. And I think this is something what we are really aiming for together with Via, because I think that's really a big opportunity to optimize the traffic without investment in huge infrastructure, to optimize the efficiency in cities transportation. This is something what I really see as the hotspot in this combination, Via's platform technology and our product.
You mentioned cultural fit as one of the highlights. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And that sounded interesting.
Yeah, so let me come back to that. I want to touch on Volker's point. I think one of the things that we have seen in New York City is that, and we have a lot of data that we've collected, as we said, 20 million plus rides. We see that when we use Via's technology to pool together rides, to combine rides, we're able to provide a service that, if measured, for example, by the number of kilometers that a vehicle has to drive in order to move a passenger 1 kilometer, we are 2 to 3 times more efficient than any other solution across our fleet. But when we are using the right vehicle, the Mercedes, the Metris in the United States, then that factor can go up significantly by another 50%, showing that it's the combination of the technology and the operating system with the right kind of vehicle that has the right seating capacity, even the doors can be a very big factor, allowing the people to get in and out very easily. And that's a key factor from our perspective, is that combination. Maybe Oren can talk about your question, Florian, the cultural perspective.
So I think one of the maybe when you discussed Daimler, you mentioned engineering, the engineering capabilities of Daimler, which we view ourselves also as a highly capable engineering team and software company, and with a lot of operational know-how, which obviously is something that Mercedes-Benz has for many years. So we think we're not only about service, we're about service and providing an amazing platform, technology, engineering that allows us to scale up and do things together. And I think what we've also built here, you mentioned the culture. What we built a relationship over many years, right? So I think we've been in a close relationship for about 3 years now, sort of increasing our the number of things we do together until we reach this milestone today. I think we've just even from the way we discuss things together, how we think about things, how we first think, then we act, which for us seems, and I think all of us are demonstrating that today, is the right thing for all of us.
Last question from me for the live stream is for Volker. What is your message for the team now that the partnership is sealed, and what are your expectations going forward for these guys?
As Oren it already mentioned, we are working now together since 2015. We are in the 3rd year. We step forward in a kind of a step-by-step approach. We learn from each other. We started in Manhattan with our products, and as Daniel said, the improvement when it comes to the rides was really something what was going up tremendously, because now we have really the right van, you can say, the right platform together, the right setup. And now I think the time is right to start in Europe, first in London, but also I think there's a lot of opportunity in Germany, because I think we have different approaches, opportunities, how we can really help our cities here in Germany to reduce the traffic, reduce the emissions, and how should I say, put in place a good product to the final end customers. Therefore, I can't wait now that we sign it, because when we had it signed, then it's all about execution, that we will move forward as fast as possible. I'm totally convinced we have combined a very good team, together from Via and from Mercedes-Benz Vans. And I'm really looking forward to what we will achieve over the next years. But I am proud that we achieved that point today. Yeah.
Thank you. And we will sign it in a minute. I just want to say thank you for everybody visiting us online, joining us on the live stream. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you very much.